Hi, Alex.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Running late?
Yeah, you made it. 7:04. I texted John, but we'll see. All right. I call to order this meeting of this ARB meeting of Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. We have a quorum. And can I please have a motion to agree to the agenda?
I would like to make amendment to the agenda, removing item 3D for Jack Maxwell, and then or more appropriately editing it as a item for Javier to explain since Jack won't be in attendance.
Okay.
Meetings at the end.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
And then just for clarification for the COA 225, are they presenting in person? Because
Over Zoom, so Miss Rita Pace just joined over Zoom.
wonderful. Okay, great. That would be it for me for just a small edit.
I will second that motion and edit.
Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
Great. And then Javier, do we have the past minutes?
No, I was
Okay.
unable to get it out.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move forward on the agenda. Matters from the public. No matters.
Oh, sorry. Only person online is Rita.
Okay, great, thanks. New business, access ramp for 225 West Main Street.
It's up on our screen. We're starting off with the access ramp. What I wanted to share with you is two photos I provided. So Rita, we can feel comfortable going into it first, a little bit about the Montessori school and the requirements on that ramp.
Yeah, of course. By the way, thank you all for meeting tonight. We really appreciate it. So once we filed for our building permit, we were told by the county of Albemarle that they wanted a ramp on the outside of the building, even though we already had a handicap access through the front. So Albemarle County was requiring it. So our contractor tried to do something that would be close to the 1960s. And so that's why he chose that particular one. And at the time, we were unable to meet anyone with the ARB because you were sort of in between people. So there was really no one that could answer our questions. And so we went with this, but he was trying to be very considerate of the feel of the building and everything with the ramp that he did choose. And it's also, we also got the smallest ramp that we could get rather than getting a huge ramp to make it a little more, you know, just a little more appealing to the eye.
Great, well, thank you for being here, Rita. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're really excited to have a school in your town.
We're very excited to have you. Do you all have any statements that you want to make about the ramp?
No, I imagine their thought process is having two exits. Is what I would think is
Is it on-
two eighties.
It was for the fire, you know, for the emergency exit, absolutely. And he was just thinking it would be too difficult for the younger children to maneuver steps.
Right.
And he thought that the ramp would make it easier for them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And is this on the back of the building?
It's on the side,
Yeah.
so it's what is that, the western
up on the-
side?
Yeah.
Compass in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks rather appropriate. I remember seeing some of those ramps in Cunningham, so.
The other thing
Awesome. Yeah, we really did try to do something that would look with the period. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
maybe color.
Okay, like trying to match up with the current railing that's there.
Yeah, that would be the only thing I'd say. But I don't know. that's necessary, being honestly.
It's
It's not something I'll stand on, but it's something I will point out.
yeah,
I think that's valid. I think I agree with you too, that it is something that is noticeable, that it's not the same color as the existing railing. But at the
So
same,
that railing was not existing, by the way. We had to put
Hmm.
that railing as well, just
Okay.
so you know.
okay. And is that something you all did a COA for also?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Again, it was something that was required by the building department. So I don't know that we did that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You want to just hold that into discussion?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That railing, because I'll say, Rita, anything that's on the exterior that you can see from the street, the ARB requires you do a COA for, even
Okay.
if it's done, even if it's required by the county and others. But I think that's a smart idea, Alex, to kind of fold it all into one COA. And if the COA could just be edited for that.
Sure.
Uh,
Sure. And again, please know, we did call. There was just no one who could answer our questions during that time.
Okay,
It was a crazy time. Things that we thought were going to go through the county went through Scottsville. So we're happy to do anything to be in compliance now. Just let us know what you prefer us to do.
okay,
I think it's simple enough to just add it on as a detail for the COA. I mean, it looks
Perfect.
appropriate, and
Mhm.
you, being that that was formerly a loading dock, I mean, you're gonna have to have some kind of railing, and
Mhm.
it looks okay to me.
Do you want to make a motion?
I move to add in the new railing that has been built into the currently proposed COA. And then I would make a second motion to approve the COA with that edit.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much. And so now I think the next thing would be, so I'm not really good with east, west, all that, so I apologize. But we also have the adjacent lot. And so if you're looking at the boundary that actually faces the old school, the Department of Education thought that we should put something there just to let the kids know that they shouldn't go past. So right now we have cones there. But we found these little fence posts that we thought would kind of fit into like the regular. We have not done this yet, by the way. So we wanted you to look at those and see if you thought it would be appropriate for us to put those in.
Okay. And can you tell us, if you're looking at the front door of the building, is it on the left side or the right side? The
So
left,
if you're looking at the front door, it's going to be on the right side. So if you're at the loading dock and the back door is to your back, it's right in front of you. It would be on that end of the lot.
Mhm. And so,
Sounds that helps.
say that one more time.
The playground would be to your left.
So the little wall that drops down there.
So you have the playground to your left, and then we have the lot. And then you have like the little concrete wall that faces the road. So it'd be the corner that would be facing the old high school where the apartments are now. And again,
Okay.
there are cones up there right now.
So I'm just doing a sketch so that we're clear. Oh, great. Thank you.
I'm screen sharing Google Maps.
Awesome.
Just so we can get some perspective on it.
Absolutely.
And so it's that lot?
So it was the lot. Now I see rules of procedure. But yes, it was the lot that you were showing me. It's the lot to the right of the building. If you're facing the front of the building, it's the lot to the right.
Right.
And is it the parking area or the grassy area?
No, keep going. And there's grass there.
After the wall.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, see, there it is. See, that's the extra lot that we own. And then see where the street is right there?
yeah,
That's where they want us to put markers for the children not to go past there.
okay, that makes sense. And so will that be will that extend all the way from the wall to the corner and then the wall or the corner to the fence?
So it would go, no. So, all right. So you see where you have the sidewalk there, then go all the way to the corner. See where that telephone pole is or the pole is? So we
Yeah.
would put it on that one perimeter. Yes, like right through there. Exactly.
Huh. I guess I'm curious, why not put it on the side of the sidewalk too?
They were not concerned. I think they feel like the children feel like the sidewalk is a barrier. I think they just wanted a barrier to let the children know not to go past there. And I'm assuming that they think that the sidewalk is enough of a barrier and they just don't want them to feel like they can go into the road.
Interesting.
I mean,
Okay.
there's a big ditch there as well, which, I thought was pretty interesting. But anyway, they, when they came to look and inspect our license, they asked that we put something there.
Okay,
So right now we just have cones there.
okay,
I think the product looks good, and also there's a permanency issue, I think, that I have,
Hmm,
where there's gonna be. I mean, maybe like a year or two as a temporary kind of solution for this,
Right.
just to get, so you guys can get something up and get going, but I don't know if that's something we want on like. Edge of the park there, so I
Right.
don't know, I mean, those aren't going very far in the ground, it's just gonna take somebody to, you have to constantly. Just reset them and stuff like that.
In any kind of high water that'll pool there. So I mean, those can just kind of get washed right out.
Rita,
Did
did
it
you
have
hear?
to be at the end of the property line? Like we could move it in a little, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be, it can be in front of that ditch area. It doesn't have to be at the actual property line. We can move it back as far as we want to. It's just more of a aesthetic thing for the children for it to be like, don't go past this marker.
Did you hear what Alex said about the permanence
this-
of the pool?
Really coming in and out. It's cutting in and out with the audio. So no, I didn't.
So he mentioned that because it is sort of a single point load, that it may not hold up over many years, especially with chains attached to it. And that it might not be a long-term solution, but I think I'll speak for myself. I think the aesthetic is appropriate for the town. And I think within a year or two, you're going to need to replace them just based on this sort of lack of structure in other directions.
Okay.
Um,
And so that's just something to keep in mind.
Okay.
I would move that we approve this with condition that in a year, ARB revisits, and if the product's holding up and it's something that we think we want to keep there.
We can
Then we say,
remove.
okay, but if not, we can change it after a year.
Okay,
Second.
okay, is there precedent for doing that? Like just to check in regards to it?
Time.
I think so, yeah. COA. Oh, and that's a COA example, not a application material, COA timeline.
I guess
Oh,
it-
review delays, expiration, special conditions,
I think it would be like anything else. If it's showing wear and tear, then then we'll note it and contact you.
Okay, that would be perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. If you find it, just,
I'll
bring
get
it
back
up.
to you. Yeah.
Do you want to make a motion?
We got one motion and second, but do you want me to adjust?
Oh, do it.
No,
Yeah,
we have
just,
a motion seconded, so we could vote on it.
yeah,
Okay.
just do all in
That's
favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you. And listen, I'd like to take the time now. I would love for you all to come by and see the school. I'm sure that you know what the building looked like before we took it over. A good time to stop by would probably be between 9:30 and 11:30-ish. That way you can actually see the children in their classroom, and I think that it's something that I would love for you guys to come and take a peek.
Great. Well, thank you so much for the invite.
All right. Thank you all. I appreciate your time.
Have a great night.
Same to you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
That has been eliminated for this meeting.
So they asked that we put that on the agenda for next week. They just weren't prepared on their side.
Repair, maintenance, and enforcement issues. Where are we with Dollar General?
I need to follow up. I found the landscaping plan. I need to follow up with you and ask for a little bit of advice on reviewing it.
Okay,
And comparing it against it.
Okay.
I could have reached out a little bit earlier, but maybe I touch base with ARB and see if somebody would be willing to pop out and kind of take a look at it and double check it.
yeah, I'd be happy to look at it. It's definitely not. What is currently there is not what they proposed. I know that for sure.
Okay.
Where are we with communication with them?
I've still not been able to get in touch with them. So what I'm thinking would be productive for our time is for me to reach out to you, inventory the differences, and then reach out to Jim Bowling for some advice.
Mhm. Okay,
I think that's pretty straight.
okay, that sounds good. Great.
I'm gonna jump off the agenda. Are we gonna start doing inventory soon?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll do that at end. Do we usually do December or January?
It's really typically what we've done is those who are able do it in December, and those typically who have kids do it in January, just because of Christmas. And then we meet about it in February and have a final inventory conclusion in March. That's the deadlines I remember. I would just, historically, I would recommend moving it to warmer months because December and January are some of the colder months, and it's at least a 3-hour process. So it's something we want to think about in the future. Anything else for 4A?
Sorry, I'm not even looking at my agenda. I'm looking at other stuff. No, I do not have anything to raise.
Okay. Okay, great. New business, executive closed session. Consider motion to enter an executive closed session as authorized in subsection A of Virginia Code section 2.23711.1 for discussion, consideration and interviews of prospective candidates for appointment to Architectural Review Board vacancy. So I know there is a statement that we need to read to enter closed session.
So if somebody could repeat that isn't chair, seconded in the motion
Mm,
through it, we
Okay.
can just do a voice vote on that.
Do you
Okay.
wanna voice, and I'll lead everybody out for just a moment? So essentially, how you'll read the 5A.
mhm.
So essentially how we'll do it is we'll have you guys sit outside for just a moment, and then we'll bring you guys in one by one to interview.
And I put plenty of chairs out there. So it did.
Oh, thank you. And so, we're missing 2 people. What do we want to do?
So. The first, we don't go with them. But we haven't really worked, we haven't voted on it.
Yeah,
I suggest that we're already in a position. Can you read that?
Yeah, so I move to enter into the closed session as authorized in subsection A of the G code, section 2.2 3711.1 for discussion and consideration. And interviews of prospective candidates for appointment to architectural review board vacancy.
So moved,
Yes.
all in favor?
or sorry, second, yeah, that's what I meant.
Uh,
Aye.
Okay,